It's been a year of despair in Season 3 of the GRC for the Emirates Lions, who wrap up their season with their final round robin match today. Their opponents, however, we will see again. Where and when will be determined by how well they go tonight. It is the Celtic Dragons travelling away to face the Emirates Lions. Hello everyone and welcome along to your home of rugby in the Global Rugby Challenge, the GRC, or the Subscriber Series, the series where you guys take the field against the world's elite clubs from around the globe. Today is the final match for the Emirates Lions. They are way down near the bottom of the table, 11th position to be precise, and they have not troubled anywhere near playoff spots this season. In recent rounds, they've played okay. They pushed the Guardians pretty much to the brink a couple of rounds ago, 14-17. They lost that game by only a whisker, and then they were put to the sword by Castrates in round number 10, 37 points to 14. They've only got one win this season to their name, 9 losses, and all round it's been fairly disappointing, especially for a side that boasts so many Springbok players and talented guys around them as well. You'd expect much, much more from this Lions side. Any team with a front row that consists of guys like Malcolm, Marks, Smith and Sadi alongside him, Ora and Levis in the second row, Schulman, Smith and Whiteley, a very good back row in these Lions colours. Quagga Smith, one of the best going around, and Captain Whiteley at number 8 has to be someone to be respected. Nick Groom and Elton Yankees have been running things at 9 and 10. Vorster and Mapu in midfield certainly know how to score tries. Skosan on the left wing, Tumbui on the right, and of course Alistair Coetzee at fullback. This is a very, very good Lions team that have failed to fire a shot throughout Season 3 of the GRC. They end today, and for the last time we'll be seeing just what this Lions team can do. Up against them will be the Celtic Dragons. Now this is a team that is fighting for the best position they could muster. Currently they sit third with a 7-win, 2-draw, 1-loss record. That's right, in round 10 they suffered their first defeat of the regular season, going down to a surprise loss to the Guardians of the Crib. That leaves only one team undefeated with one round still to play, and that is the Flakers, who should have a coast home against Montpellier later on in the round. This side, though, they've already played Montpellier. They beat them 14 points to 0 2 rounds ago, and then that shock loss, 21 points to 3 to the Guardians of the Crib. They'll be looking to bounce back in a big way to put their season back on track. Of course, the big win today is all they're wanting. 5 points will be the ultimate goal as they can push as high as they can up towards that top spot on the ladder. They picked a strong starting team for tonight as well, at the front row consisting of A.R. Mockwood, Daniel Jenkins and Jeff Peter Mukoko. Into the second row, Craig Anderson will start alongside Fernando Javier Calvin, and into the back row will be Adam Middop-Jones, Jordi De Rossi, who will captain the side, and alongside Frederick Loeb at number 8. Another De Rossi this time, Jeremiah will be starting at scrum half, and Steve Teckoggs will run things in the number 10 jumper. He's got a dangerous midfield, a big bruising midfield, and Eamon Shannon and Oscar Connolly at 12 and 13. Antonio Ricky will start on the left wing, Bogdanola reigns on the right, and Tommy Ganter will be in the number 15 jumper for the Celtic Dragons, looking for points and more points here against the Lions. All set to go. It is the Celtic Dragons playing in their white and green away strips here tonight, and the Lions playing in their Marvel superhero kits. The Spider-Man for the Lions, that is straight red, a bit of blue and black involved as well. They will be receiving the kickoff, and it will be Steve Teckoggs who will get this game underway. A bit of a breeze, as you can see, coming into the face of the Dragons as Teckoggs kicks off this round 11 fixture, the final fixture for the Emirates Lions as this season comes to a close. They'll be looking to finish with a flurry as Levis starts off with a nice little ball, and it's offload city very early on here for the Lions, and a break one inside for Skosan. Finds support on the inside, nicely Nick Groom there, and they get up to the 10-metre line, and a very good start at the moment for the Lions. Running wide is Sadi, getting it nicely to Quagga Smith, who beats all comers for pace. Gets up over halfway as well, and the Dragons are struggling to keep this contained. Smith tries to fend, but De Rossi pulls him down, and Mockwood turns it over. He desperately offloads Ricky to Jenkins. Here's Connolly trying to get away, but a great tackle from Tumbui takes him down. A ferocious start at the moment from the Lions. Dragons looking to reply. A kick downfield from Antonio Ricky, and Kutsia replies with a bit of interest down to Bogdanola, who gets the wheels rolling. Bogdanola beats 2, 3, and taken by the 4th. Great tackle, just saving the day for the Lions. Miff Jones to Tickles, running straight through Tickles, puts a little grubber. He had Ricky to his left, he didn't use him. Maybe he should have used it a bit earlier. They just get back and hang on. Now they go quickly. Jenkins steals a try from Ricky, and Daniel Jenkins scores the opener. The Lions never plucked up the short side, and that has cost them dearly as Daniel Jenkins scores, and it is the Dragons that take the lead. Maybe Stickogs there should have looked for options out wide, put the little grubber through, didn't quite go how he wanted, but the pace of Daniel Jenkins flying through round the short side. Well, Ricky, he was waiting for that, a little chip over the corner, maybe the grubber a bit more to the sideline. Didn't see him out there, but you got to feel sorry for Antonio Ricky. 2 chances on his wing, and neither of them went to his hand. Team player though, he'll be happy with that start for his side. They lead 5-0. Let's look at the crowd up in the real rafters, the nosebleeds. Way up there at Emirates Airline Park. Steve Tickhogs will be looking to smack some of those guys in the chops with this conversion. Only quarter of an hour in as Tickhogs lines it up, hits it well, and it holds its line beautifully in the wind. And curls perfectly through the upright. 7-0, the Dragons lead the Lions. And we have an early scorer to hooker, Daniel Jenkins. Elton Youngke's back to halfway. You'd be hoping that he wouldn't be doing too much of this, but as it is, he's off to his first kickoff of the night, and it's straight down to Miff Jones, who's wrapped up in some good defence by the Lions early on. And Loeb finds Eamon Shannon, who's going to kick this one down the left-hand side as Tickhogs right behind him. He's knocked it on the back, Kutsia. And it is a great chase by Shannon, who pulls it in. Jeremiah DeRossi takes his time, but he spots a huge gap and goes straight through. DeRossi cuts inside, leaves Kutsia for Duz, and dots down in the left-hand corner. Jeremiah DeRossi, great try. Dragons are up by 2 tries to zip. Great chase, poor mistake. Kutsia had it all day long. But look at the space all given here to Jeremiah DeRossi. Cuts inside, a sharp step there on the fullback Kutsia, who couldn't touch him. This is expertly played by the big number 9. Huge hole, he's a big man, he slips through, bang! Leaves Kutsia grasping it here, and then so calmly plants it in the corner and looks at the crowd to receive all the plaudits he could desire. Not even 20 minutes in, and already the Dragons leading this one comfortably with 2 tries in this left-hand corner. 12-0, looking for the extra 2 as Steve Tickhogs. And a brilliant kick again. He's got that corner well sorted out. And his team is well up front, 14-0. The Lions going down without a trace at the moment in this final round-robin fixture. Yankees is back. This time he mixes it up. Left side he goes, and there's a number of players waiting for it. Bogdanola, dangerous as Steve Tickhogs has to fish it away, and he's in a world of trouble there as Tickhogs. Quagga Smith drags it in, finds Sadi, who tries to go for a little run himself. He's all isolated. One friend is all he needs. Whiteley goes back to Marks, pops it back in field nicely to Dylan Smith. Finding support on the inside as Anderson makes a desperate tackle. Pick and go there for Forster. Back to Quagga Smith again on the 22. It's all here for the Lions if they want it. Around this time, Aurier finds wide. Good ball as well as Mapu tries to force his way through. Desperate tackles there from Antonio Ricky. Quagga Smith plays number 9. Great ball out wide. Here's Tumbry. All alone Tumbry. He's going to lose this ball. And Jeremiah DeRossi, well, he's playing a man-of-the-match performance at the moment as he kicks us high over the head of Andreas Kutsia. And it all goes up for it. Big chance, and it's a great chase once again. Jeremiah DeRossi having the game of his life, and the Lions are about half a metre short of their own line. Elton Yankees are smashed, and it's picked up the back by Nick Groom. offside and a knock on. It's all the penalties you could wish for. But Jeremiah De Rossi, boy, he's having an absolute crunching game, isn't he? And how about speaking of crunching? Craig Anderson just delivering a brutal blow there on Elton Yankees. Scrum packing down. De Rossi feeds in his pack, looking to skew the ball. Poor scrum by the Dragons and the Lions, where they've gained 5 metres by this play. Groom, huge ball wide to Mapu. It's out to Skozan, who kicks this one over the head of Bogdanola, and waiting at the back for it will be Tommy Ganza, who runs it back looking for support. Well, Ganza doesn't need support. Tommy Ganza down the left-hand wing. Oh, big high tackle. Adam Jones. Oh, it was all there for him. And Antius could see it. Concedes the penalty. And you got to say, the way that this Dragons team is going, it'll be no surprise if they go for touch, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Steve Tickogs puts him probably 10, 12 metres short of the line. Decent kick by a man not normally known for his prowess in the number 10 jumper. Tickogs, a versatile player, normally in the inside centre jersey. Up they go, Anderson very well, does it, here's Bogdanola. Oh, Bogdanola wiped down, and Kutsir again, 2 penalties in the space of about 30 seconds. This time the referee has no choice but to deliver the yellow card. So what's the options now? Well, the Dragons, they've got to get a hurry on here because time is about to run out, and it's run out. Oh, they made a huge error, and they're setting the two teams to half-time. They needed to kick that a bit faster, and the referee has said, no. That is it. That is half-time. A big opportunity goes begging for the Celtic Dragons to put another try on, and that would have been 3 in the first half, and that would have made them much more favourites to grab this bonus point over the Lions. It stays though 14-0. A bit of a mistake there by captain and kicker. De Rossi called for it, but Tickogs took a bit too long. He saw the ball float over as a buzzer went. Goodness me, controversy to end the first half. But let's have a look at the stats though. It is the Dragons who comfortably lead 14-0 on the scoreboard and 60-40 pretty much on possession and territory as well. The 2 high tackles where they go unpunished by Andres Kutsia, as he'll be back after the half-time break. And look at their work on defence by the Dragons. Despite having more ball, they've made over twice the tackles than the Lions, which tells you something. The Lions really are making their own tackles at all. 2 penalties conceded. Again, won't cost them in the overall scheme of things, as the Dragons just couldn't get it done in time. It is 14-0 though, still a lot of rugby to be played. Can the Lions fight their way back, or will it be a season of complete disappointment? Let's get back to the action at sight, coming back out for the second half. Elton Yankees has kicked off more times than he would have liked already tonight. And I'd say it may not be his last as well, as the Dragons are going to push for that 4-try bonus point right to the bitter end. Great take from Lionel Mapu.
Release.
The Lions with a ferocious start to this half. Down the short side, big chance now for Vorster, who has knocked it on. And Skozan grubbers it through. Harold Vorster, big chance there. The Lions, boy, they come out firing, didn't they? Big tackle, Jeremiah De Rossi. Boy, oh boy.
Crouch.
What a game he's had tonight, the big man in the number 9 jumper.
Set.
They lost their last put into the scrum to the Dragons. Now in their own 22. This one is very important that they get it on their side. A bit more solid than the last one. De Rossi fires it out. Cut out pass to Eamon Shannon, who straightens and he delivers a desperate pass out to Steve Tickogs, who keeps alive to Adam Jones. Now Ricky, he's waiting out there for the ball. Antonio Ricky, oh no! Another high shot out to Yankees this time, and it's going to be another yellow card. This time though, it is for the number 10. I fear if Kutsia picks up another one, it's going to be red, which will be even worse for the Lions. And no surprise to see they're going for another kick to touch. Going to try and get that try they missed out on just before half-time, and Tickogs again punts it just short of the 5-metre line. And they'll have a line out just inside 20 metres short of the line there. They've got it 5-man line out, and Craig Anderson pops it down to Jeremiah De Rossi, who had a little snipe through there. Just about got away with it. Tekogs. Goes short to Loeb. Oh, big tackle there on Frederick Loeb. The man you don't often see go backwards. That time he did it a rate of knots. Craig Anderson, oh, the big boy, Craig Anderson. Oh, too much room down the short side again. And the left-hand corner has been peppered once more. Pick and goes down the short side is the recipe for the Celtic Dragons. Well, Frederick Loeb, spare a thought for him. He got absolutely pumped. But Craig Anderson had to wait a long time for that ball. And the Lions just did not plug their gap. Anderson not the quickest man on the paddock, but boy, he just trundled into that short side try line. Could see her come across Nick Groom. No, it was even Quagga Smith who was waiting at the back. That'll explain the lack of pace. And a very simple try for Craig Anderson. He scored a few this season as well, liking his time in the back row at number 8. He scored a few tries off the back of this Dragons scrum. Here is Steve Tekogs. Again, this left-hand side, a bit of a change to the wind though, and he allows it to beautifully be blended in. And another successful kick for Dragons fly half. Of course, Elton Yankees isn't on the field, is he? It's a 14-man Lions, and of course there'll be a change of kicker. Harold Vorster will take over those duties. And I guess Yankees can say, well, I didn't have to do too much kicking from halfway tonight. Here's Element of Jones. Big hole, straight through the middle. Fenceway one, support from Mukoko. And Jeff Peter Mukoko will score. What a try. What a start of the kickoff from the Celtic Dragons. And Mukoko scores a brilliant try. All created from Adam Minnett-Jones. More importantly, there's the bonus point. Oh, Kutsia got absolutely swept aside. Brilliant play by the back rower, finding the tight head prop with all the pace of a back. This was beautiful to watch from Minnett-Jones. Saw the support on the inside. Of course, he still had Mockler there as well. Didn't need him. Great try from Mukoko. Right under the sticks, and yes, bonus point try. It's a 5-point haul tonight for the Celtic Dragons. And they've done themselves the best possible chance to get as high as they can. As we talked about at the conclusion of the last matchup, it's going to come down a lot to what happens between the Guardians and the All Flakes as to who will finish where. It's a good kick from Steve Tekogs, and he's sealing this deal nicely for the Dragons. And here is Elton Yankees. Well, bit of insult to injury here. He's back on the field. He's got a kick off from it as well. Poor old Elton. It's been a season to forget for the Lions. And thankfully for them, it ends today. Here is Yankees. Back underway he goes. And now gone. And oh, a miss there from Mockler. The stand picked up from Anderson, who pays through it with a hefty shot. Jeremiah De Rossi waits for it. Pops it away to Steve Tekogs, who thumps this down the tram line. St Andrews Kutsia this time needs to bounce. A little bit calmer on the ball that time. Lays off beautifully for Skozan. They go to the midfield and switch it out wide. Mapu, great ball as they find it out there to Sadi of all people. Not the man you really want all alone out there on the wing. He does well to recycle possession. Don't know who's playing scrum half here, but he's taking his time. It is Nick Groom. And a great dummy shot on there. And away we go, Malcolm Marks. Away to Skozan. Quagga Smith's there and he fires it back in. And another good run there from Dylan Smith. Marks goes short to Mapu, who didn't really want that ball, but he got a defender right at the same time. 28-0 the score, 14 minutes to play. Great offload there from Sadi. Finds support runners in midfield. Double cut up pass to Marks, who delivers another one to Yankees. All the way out to Tumwey. Tumwey up against Connolly. Great ball from Yankees to find Forster. Back it goes to Quagga Smith. And no surprise, the Dragons shut that down on the touchline. 3 defenders play a bit of scrag. And if no friends around him, Quagga Smith has to go on to touch. 10 minutes to play. Jenkins misses everyone there, and Eamon Shannon running in hard from the back line. Grabs the ball back. Minnett-Jones goes to Bogdanola, who's looking to Jenkins drive his way, and Anderson does very well. Ticox gets the ball, and a shoulder charge now. It's going bad to worse at the moment for the Lions.
Advantage.
Ticox, he's been tackled straight away. That's a huge penalty. Quagga Smith's turned the ball over, but goodness me, that is a professional foul, if ever I've seen one. Taking a quick tap was nowhere near 10 minutes. It wasn't even a metre back. And Ticox, who took the tap this time, will opt for the touchline. He gets a good kick away too. Just short of the 22. Another set-piece opportunity here for the Dragons as they look to pile on more misery here to the Lions. To the back. De Rossi misses out. Ticox goes to Ricky, and Ricky is smashed. Really kills the momentum in his play. Minim Jones does well though, and it goes eventually around the back to Calvin, who fights his way. Gets the ball out too. Ricky pulls it in. It's Jenkins. Another high tackle. Don't do it again. It's red. It's Elton Yankees. He's gone. 2 players already on a yellow. Yankees with a second high tackle penalty. And time is about up. They won't make that same error again. Ticox taps, fires it to the right-hand side, and Calvin gets a great ball. He looks inside for support. It's Ticox. Doesn't get it where he wanted it. He's lost it though. It's turned over. And last chance saloon now for the Lions to do something. Sadi picks and goes. Gets a metre or two in the tackle. Wide. Nice little run here from Groom. He's all alone though, and it's turned over from Ricky. Picks and goes. Left-hand touchline once more. Another try in the corner. 5 tries. 4 of them in the touchline corner. Antonio Ricky doesn't score many, but when he does, he delivers something special. He was the one that made the tackle up and over the ball, stole it off Nick Groom, and then gunned it to the corner when the Lions had no one in support, in defence, in anything. They've been pretty average. They were all huddled more towards centre field, and Ricky said, I'll have a go. And he finishes in style as well. Well, it's been a disappointing display here from the Lions. Couple of yellows and the red card as well to Elton Yankees. And it's been a pretty poor season as well. And it ends on an extremely poor note. Here's Steve Ticox. Does he do it? He does! Off the upright, Nova. Great kick from Ticox. The wind didn't do as much as he thought. Full time goes. And the Emirates Lions have been dispatched with relative ease by the Celtic Dragons. 5 tries to zip. They had no chance, they had no way back. They were poor, ill-disciplined, very error-ridden. And when you give away yellow and red cards, it's very hard to stay in a match, to get in a match, to even put yourself in try-scoring chances. They lost fullback Kutsia. They lost fly half Elton Yankees. 2 yellow cards. And then Yankees, of course, got the second yellow, a straight red for a second high tackle. The Dragons run riot, 35 points to 0, 5 tries to zip. Tries to Daniel Jenkins, Jeff Peter Mukoko, Craig Anderson, Jeremiah De Rossi, and Antonio Ricky, picking up all with 1 each. Steve Ticox, perfect from the tee, 5 out of 5 from his chances. As for the Lions, well, you heard it here. It's a donut, it's a zipper, it's 0 to the home team. The home crowd won't be happy, but their team has been poor throughout the season. And you look at these stats here, they were dominated. A red card. How often do you see them? I'll tell you, not very often. We've had very few cards, I guess, in these later rounds. The Lions have been relatively safe, but tonight they were really poor and they paid the full price. Big tackle count as well, 70 tackles altogether. It's definitely not a nice tidy matchup, a lot of defending to do, and of course a lot of high tackles. 5 by the Lions, keeping them out of the game as they just could not gain momentum. Dragons all over this one though, 35 points to 0, 5 points, a bonus point in the bag, and they'll be more than chuffed with how they've come out of this one. Alrighty, so last episode we talked a little bit about how this matchup would really have an effect onto that 6th position on the ladder. The Crusaders up against Castres has been a bit of a whitewash here. 34 points to 15. Castres come away with a win. Now I'd expect a scoreline like that would be a bonus point win as well. That should put them nice and tidily up the table. What's going on here? Red card, suspension? Ooh, we'll have to check that out in a second. I can't remember, someone got red carded in the last match. Did they? A suspension? Last time the Guardians, oh, they did, didn't they? They did. It was the red card to the Guardians player against the Dragons. Oh, wow. We have to check that out. Let's have a look at the table first. Let's have a look at the table. Now, the Dragons, they've gone top of the table by 1 point over the All Flakes, 3 points over the Flakers, and 6 points over the Guardians. So the Guardians cannot take top spot. But further down the leaderboard, Castres, they sit in 6th position, 4 points ahead of Leinster. Now, a close win will not be enough for Leinster to take that 6th spot. Could we see Castres steal it? They've been the more dangerous of the two sides, although they are the only AIC side to beat Montpellier. So real fights over this 6th spot. The Crusaders are gone. They're down in 8th. They're on 21 and they have played their final matchup, so their season is done. Leinster, though, they've got to get a bonus point win or a big normal win without the bonus points to topple Castres out of 6th. But at the top of the table positions, if the All Flakes win, they will go first, and that is it. They will be top of the table. No one will stop them. They'll go 44 minimum, and the next best will be the Flakers, who could go 43 with a bonus point victory. The All Flakes, the bonus point is irrelevant. The Dragons, they'll only finish top if the Guardians win without a bonus point, and I know the Guardians can win with a bonus point as well, but they need the Flakers to lose. So the Guardians cannot finish top. There's a lot going on here, but this next match is going to pretty much set every record straight as to who will finish where. The Flakers and the Dragons, they'll be wanting the All Flakes to lose, as will the Guardians, of course. So everyone is against the All Flakes for this matchup. So there's a lot to happen in this final game. Stick around and stay tuned for that one, folks. It's going to be a bit of a cracker. Let's see who is suspended. Oh, it is Don Butler. He's out for 7 days, isn't he? Oh, goodness me. No Butler. No Butler for our next matchup with the Guardians of the Crib. So he's going to see his place out. 7 days. I suspect he'll be back okay for the quarterfinal or preliminary final if the Guardians have to play it. There's a lot of ifs and buts going on this episode, folks, I'll tell you. So a lot riding on that. Butler's going to miss this next match, but there's a lot of capable players to fill that number 10 jumper, like this guy, Lewis Gardner. Who else can fill there? Tom Guest? No, he doesn't play 10. There's guys on the bench as well. Let's see. Of course, Louis Evans as well can fill that job. So a lot of players that can fill that number 10 jumper for the Guardians. Who will be there next match? Well, you have to tune in and find out. The All Flakes, pretty sure they are fully fit, ready to go for the next game. Yes, they are. Everyone is ready to go. So who's going to play? No, of course, he got the injury, don't they? Yes, Matt Wrigley. He's still out for 9 days, so he could be back for the semis. That's where he could potentially find himself back in the team. But that is what you have to look forward to. Next matchup, round 11, game 2 of only 3 matches this round. Big one, though. Guardians of the Crib up against the All Flakes. Can't wait for that one. Hope to see you all there for it as well. If you don't want to miss it, hit that like and, of course, subscribe to the channel so it comes straight directly to you to watch. And, of course, it should be a cracking game. They'll decide top of the table. Until that match, though, thanks for tuning in and watching. And, as always, take care.